Alright, welcome back, my big dogs. In today's video, we got a mysterious guest here. You wanna tell him your name?
This guy forced me to be here. Help me.
Alright.
Anyway, but yeah, um, great start to the video. I really like the intriguing aura of mystery that you captured with the mysterious guess. It really invokes the anonymity that that a pro player myself has been harboring all this time. But I guess I'll finally reveal my name. Now, I go by many names, but you can call me Rev. Most people call me Reviled. Reviled 44. Anything works, really. But that's mainly what I go by.
What's your biggest achievements? Actually, let me take a step back. Where did you get the name from?
Reviled. Well, I think it's a pretty simple reason. Uh, now, this like originates from like a really early point of me playing games, like when I was 12 or 13. And I used to be like a kid that used to troll a lot in comp games like shooters, all the way back then, like Destiny and stuff. And I used to get a lot of hate messages for trolling. And reviled means like a hated person, like hated. It generally just means hated. So I kind of kept that as a username. And even 10 years later, I guess I'm still rocking with it.
It's a fire name. I actually kind of got my name similarly. I trolled a
Oh,
lot
I
of
got
people
you.
with the name The Big Brian. Whenever people ask me what my
Yeah, I
name
mean,
was, I hit them with, I'm the Big Brian man. But, yeah,
stuff like
there's a
that
lot of
kind of
lore to it.
sticks.
I don't feel like being
Hmm.
canceled today. Um, uh,
Yeah, I get you. But stuff 10 years ago stays 10 years ago.
what's your biggest achievement?
Um, so when it came to Brawl, uh, I did at first go for being high elo and placing high in tourneys, but a lot of my biggest achievements include sort of unique achievements that I think are personal to me. For example, I was the world's first person to become Valhalla unarmed. I was the rank one Yumiko for a very short period of time. I was rank one in the West Coast for like six different seasons. And I think I'm still currently the best player in my state. I think I might be one of the highest people. Like I think I might be the highest people um with like reaching a ELO of fucking 2100 in 1v2s, but you can cut that part out. I honestly don't think that's anything that crazy. But those other four achievements I think are my what I'm most proud of.
You know, I'm amazed to say, I feel like I could compete, man. I mean, like, if I was put in your state, I think I would give you a good run for your money as an 1800.
I think so too. You'd be the average person IQ in the West Q. Nah, I'm
Um,
joking.
just know there are no cuts. I do not cut any of my interviews. So,
Okay.
if you slip up and, any N word bombs or anything like that, it's staying,
Oh
man.
no.
No, I'm just kidding. Um, how did it feel to be first in your entire region?
Well, I mean, like looking back at it now, that's something I'll always be proud of. Like I don't think like I'm ever gonna go and another moment in my life where I'm like, I'm not proud of like getting the skill to achieve this, or like I regret putting in the time to get this good, and that I could have put this time into something else. I think I'm always going to be proud that like I was able to achieve that multiple times over. But at the time, like at the time of grinding, it just felt like another normal day. Like I don't think, getting something like that, while you're in that headspace, while you're in that grinding mindset, I think you're just like this any other player in the game, you're still looking to improve further. There's something more that you always want. So I think that's how it felt.
Was there ever a pro that you did not like?
Funny. In fact, this
Bunnies?
is a pretty unique plenty, yeah.
Oh, I thought you
This is a
said
pretty
bunny.
unique viewpoint. Oh, well, I mean, I don't know much about Bunny, but I know there was some drama regarding her. But no, um, yeah, there are plenty of pros I didn't like. Um, because this is a pretty unique like viewpoint to me, but I was not a fan of most of the pros while I was playing. I think I just saw a lot of them as conceited. I think I saw a lot of them as elitist, complainy. Um, just my personality clashed with a lot of them. Like I can name names, for example. Wasn't the biggest fan of Stingray. Wasn't the biggest fan of Experience. Wasn't the biggest fan of Impala at the time. Wasn't the biggest fan of um, I guess Hardy MJ. But I mean, just the average pro mentality. Definitely don't like Darwin nowadays, but just I generally don't like it when people use their skill as a reason to act like that's why they're above everyone else.
Was there a pro that you did like, or like have a favorite pro?
Yes, I love a Blaze guy. That dude is like a really, really close friend, even to this day. Really love that guy. He's
You said
so
you said Blaze God.
a Blaze guy, if you remember him.
I do not. I okay. Now I feel like a dick, but I
You
really
don't?
don't. But I'm gonna look into that.
So a Blaze guy was the rank one Yumiko in the world before Flower. He was way more prominent than me. He was the 2021 LCQ champion. He qualified for BCX 2021.
That's that's
But yeah, I
that's
mean,
impressive.
yeah,
Um,
that guy's super genuine, super authentic, and just a nice guy to be around in general.
Speaking of Flower, are you happy that Flower is where he's at?
Yeah, of course. Um,
Was there
we
ever
used to
like
be a lot
a
closer.
was there ever like a rivalry? Oh, I can't speak. You know what I'm trying to say.
Rivalry, yeah. Uh, I don't really think so. No, I don't think there really was a rivalry because we were very oriented on different things when it came to Brawl. Um, I like he was very improvement oriented. He was extremely focused, extremely disciplined when it came to improvement, and he was his like his improvements was at a speed I had never even seen. It's like all the practice he had done years and years and years before started paying off. Like very close to as soon as he got a PC. It was like, one week he'd be 2300, then the next week he'd peak 24, then he peaked 25, then he peaked 26. All of a sudden he was beating pros. And like that that sort of rate of improvement was so fast I could never even really called it a rivalry. So I mean, yeah, no, I wouldn't have said we were ever rivals.
If you still played the game and still put in the time and effort and had a really good system, do you think that you'd be able to beat Flower to this day?
That's a tough question to ask. Uh,
Like if there was money on
hmm.
the line, like somebody's life was on the line, like $2,000, do you think you'd be able to beat him?
Yeah, I think I have a lot of extra experience than he does technically. So if I competed and I like fully committed improvements the same way that he did, I mean, hypothetically, yeah, I'd be able to give him a run for his money. I just need to focus with that same mindset. But I think that's like, I don't think I'm special in being able to say yes to that sentence. I think a lot of people could say yes to that sentence. Not to say that flour is bad, but I'm more so trying to imply that, you know, human effort and like the determination to improve is a lot of like what it takes to become a pro. It takes to become that level of like a player. You have to be really willing to put in that grind set, and that's what separates a lot of pros from, just regular top players.
Would you say that you were a sweat?
I mean, I guess, yeah. It depends on like what your definition of sweat is, man. Like by sweat, if you mean the mentality of like someone who's toxic to other people when they lose, then no. But if by sweat you mean by someone who's good at the game, then I mean, yeah, by default, I suppose so.
Did did your fingers hurt like after being that good?
No, I play on a controller.
Oh, oh.
So yeah.
Okay, okay.
Like
What would you say makes you so different from other players?
I think I'm really gimmick based, dude. Like I was one of the first people to use GC Sidesig on Yumiko before it was really that popular. This was back in like season 14, season like 13. Like I was doing some really stupid stuff all the way back then, and I kind of incorporated it into my playstyle. I'm also a clip artist when I'm not trying super duper hard because I used to create content on the side. So people have described my playstyle both as really passive and overly aggressive and rush down. So I guess that's something that funny about me that you don't see in most other Unicos. Um, I can be floaty one day and I can switch it all the way to hyper aggressive next match.
Do you think that if you had a better system and more time that you'd be able to be one of the best players globally today?
I think this is a pretty similar question as to, what you had asked me like a few minutes ago about Flower. But I mean, I think my response is generally the same. Yeah, I think I had the potential to be one of the best players globally. Maybe I still do now, but I don't think that's unique to just me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Why do you think you were first for so long?
Uh, I was first. Well, I was first for like a few, like, yeah, I was definitely first for a few seasons back to back throughout the mid-season 20s. And then I got it like very sporadically, a couple seasons into season 30. But to answer your question, like, it was because I had practiced a lot, like during before I become rank one. So it was kind of the same case as Flower, where I used to play Xbox just like him as well. And I played a lot and a lot of ranked. There's this person that I really like try to keep up with when I was improving. And during like COVID area, that was like mainly what I spent my time doing was grinding ranked and just watching VOD reviews, improving with, my best friend. And by the time by the time I got a PC, I was like already one of like the top Xbox players in West, if not like one of, if not the highest Xbox ranked player in West. I definitely had competition, but when I switched to PC, I just went straight to rank one West, and then I kept there. I stood there for like around maybe a year until Seabass started and improving at that lightning quick rate until he became the player that you guys know today.
Why did you quit competitively?
I quit competitively because I don't like playing um on a disadvantage state with US East servers. Like, and I know that isn't a common reason, but yeah, I just couldn't be asked to do it. I mean, I know a lot of people like, prominent players like Adam Cool, Seabass. Uh, who else is West? Honestly, I don't know. Jeff Wardo. Yeah, they play with lag and they make it work, and I have nothing but huge respect for them. But it's just something I could not be asked to do. I don't care to play tourneys further than the level I performed at, and I didn't really want to put in the effort to get better when I'm already at a disadvantaged state. I thought there was more productive stuff I could spend my time doing, like having fun with friends. So I just, after around 2022, for the most part, I just became a casual player who just happened to be good at the game.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question, and this is not on the list of my normal questions,
Yeah.
but I do want you to really think about the answer to this.
Okay.
Are you subscribed to the Big Brian?
Listen, don't shoot me, okay? I'll do it right now. I promise. Hold on. Don't shoot me. Okay, okay, okay. Listen, I got a family, all right.
Ah, I think I already told you the conditions of this interview, man. Told you say one wrong thing, you're done for. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, unsubscribed. Unsubscribe, please.
um, do you think that Yumiko is broken?
Yes.
You do? Why?
Listen, I'll say anything. I'll say anything. Get me out. Yeah, I think she's broken. I mean,
Why?
if you want me as to an explanation of why, I think D-Sig is a great like sig for space control. Think, especially with their especially with their recent buffs on her recovery time. Yeah, she's a good character. I don't think I'm a comp player anymore, so maybe my opinion isn't the most like trustworthy or grounded because I barely play nowadays. But I mean, even when she was in her worst, I was still competing with her. It's because I felt the most comfortable with her. She was the strongest character for me.
Would you
Like her end
say
sig is really.
would you say that people that use her or like rely on just that character are like boosted?
I mean, people is like a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, there for sure going to be some people that like are boosted just because of her SIGs, but I think at the top level, it's kind of impossible, isn't it? Like you can't just be boosted because of only her SIGs. You gotta know the character inside and out. So no, like at the top level, I don't think there are people that are
Well,
boosted just because of their SIGs.
well, what about like Flower? Okay,
No,
I gotta say I'm
he
trolling
he.
on this
I mean, he
question.
literally has a video where he's like 2800 with Ember. It's not his skill is not exclusive to Unico.
Okay, I will say that that question was kind of a joke. Um, I just lost my train of thought. What's something you wanted to share with the world but couldn't or didn't know how to go about it?
Can I take a little bit of time to think on this one? I had an answer ready last night, but I kind of forgot it.
Yeah, go
Here,
ahead.
let me plug in my phone. See, sharing something with the world is kind of difficult. But a lot of opinions are perspective based, and again, all this shit is just my opinion. But I think I got an answer, and that's like the when I was competing, I really hated like when someone tried to. Yeah, I just really hated when someone tried to downplay West, call it a free region. Obviously there are big differences between East and West. There's a smaller player base in West. Lower elo queues are common. People do use that server for boosting, and a lot of the top players on West do go for East. But like, I don't really like see a reason to discredit like someone's like peak or someone's skill just because they play on a different server. Like genuinely, at the end, who cares if they're doing something for fun? Like I don't see the reason to stick your nose in your opinion in other people's business, or discredit them as a player just because like they're doing what they like. Now, if they're flaunting their ego about it, and if they're flaunting their skill and they're like, "Oh, holy shit, I'm the best," just because they played, um, just because if they're trying to say that they're like better than you, and then you know like they're playing on a just because they're playing on a different server, I think you have the right to defend yourself. I think that's crazy as well, but I generally try not to do that stuff. And I'd like, you know, hypothetically, I'd like it if people could keep that same respect as well and just keep keep that stuff out of their mouth, bruh. Like that shit is so unnecessary. Who cares? It's a video game. But that's just my take on it.
You know, it almost kind of sounds racist in a way when people are kind of like, "You're from this region. You're fucking terrible. All your skill is gone." It kind of reminds me of like in real life racism. But
I mean, it was never that deep. Like 99% of the time, it is just trash talk. Like I have good friends that'll say, "Oh, you're a Westie." Like I could Smurf your peak. You know, I could Smurf your peak on a West in like 2 hours. But at the same time, like these will be kids that like I got higher than on their own region, so I don't think that really holds true that much. I it is just trash talk. So I don't mind if you like shit talk me about it. But if you really believe that, then I think you're doing way too much. I do think that's just extra. But that is yeah, that is my personal opinion. Like something I
yeah,
wanted to share,
I feel
which
like
I think it
I feel like EU
might be
people are low key pretty racist, man. Like not every EU person I've met. I have a lot of EU friends as well, but
that
I
was out of the blue.
no, I'm just saying like when it comes to regions, man, they really have a strong opinion about NA. Um,
Wow.
I also met a few Oz pros, and they had a very strong opinion on NA as well. So like, I feel like
Actually,
the server war really is a thing, man. Like, it.
when
Some people take it to the level of just like calling you some crazy things because you're in a certain region. It's kind of
well,
crazy.
if you insult the player themselves past the game, then that's just being stupid. Like you're doing way too much.
Um. Okay, so would you say that Brawlhalla was Brawlhalla getting too much? Like, I don't know how I want to word this. Was Brawlhalla getting like too much or worse when you quit competitive?
Uh, I mean, I guess just objectively, yeah, because the price pools were getting smaller. Like that's the simplest way to like that's the simplest way to quantify it. Um, but if you're talking about like as per the actual player base, I don't know. I think people are just as toxic as ever. And then I was never really one to care about the meta. So, like from my perspective, it's harder to judge when you're always playing Yumiko, no matter what. But I yeah, I'm just gonna say yes, objectively because the prize pools are smaller. But as far as meta and gameplay goes, like I think there was always like a bit of a boring aspect to it when it came to playing passively, when it came to playing like the 2v2 meta. It changed, yeah, for sure. Like there are better characters to use now. But like I don't think the actual playstyle changed that much, I think. Uh yeah. I'm gonna say in my opinion though, because I know tournament sets now can be a lot more fun and more hype to watch than they were back then. But in my personal opinion, I think that the game got worse. Yeah.
Now, for my final question, why did you disappear entirely? Where did Revolt go?
That's a really simple answer. On the end of May, around 2025, my laptop stopped working. I can't use it anymore, so that thing went in the trash. And that might be a much simpler and more straightforward answer than you guys are expecting. But the last time I played competitively was the very beginning of 2025. I peaked 2550 on East, 2600 on West, and then a few months later, my laptop just stopped working. I haven't gotten a new one since because those things are expensive, man. I can play on 60 hertz. I can play on a keyboard, but I'm just not going to be as good as I was before. So I just mainly stick around the outer edges of community now and try to be helpful and kind to whoever might be wanting to improve or whoever might be taking that same path.
Yeah. Would you ever come back?
No.
Oh, now I feel sad,
Yeah, I
man.
mean it was a good run, but like I'd rather just have fun with friends instead of trying to, sacrifice everything I have in my mental state to achieve that pinnacle again.
Yeah, I feel that. So if you had any of your subscribers watching this video, seeing, oh, Revel's in an interview, what would you say to them? What would be like your final words to them in case you don't? take another interview or don't come back to the internet really fully.
Well, a lot of my subscribers are like really close friends I have nowadays. So if you are my subscriber and you are seeing this video, this is, just know that I probably talked to you before. So you probably stink. You should probably take a shower. But just know it's definitely not the last you're gonna be seeing of me because I'll probably talk to you in DMs later on.
It's very
But I
fair.
mean, yeah.
Now, you want to say my outro for me, buddy?
Do I want to say your outro for you?
Yeah, since you're a
What is?
loyal subscriber now.
Please don't shoot me. Okay, what is it?
It's peace out, my big dogs.
Okay. Peace out, my big dogs.